So for my MBA class, I'm required to essentially give updates on what I'm learning in class, um, how I interpret it into my own life, and how I'm going to apply it in my own life. So first, um, for starters, I want to mention how children play is children's way of learning. And I implemented that into my PowerPoint slides that I'm going to be presenting in 2 days at a customer that has a $2 million opportunity. I'm going to give you guys a backstory on the opportunity, and then I'm going to give you kind of a summary on how I'm applying what I'm learning in class to my PowerPoint slides. Backstory is I got this account back in December, maybe January of 2025. It is now July of 2025. And it was rough. They didn't see a rep from my company for years. They had no idea that we even offer the services that we do offer. I think because a lot of the territories that the reps had, it was just so scattered, and everyone was, it's no fault of anyone's. It's just the structure of the company at the time. They didn't have a good rep really in that territory, so it's really no one's fault. So I inherited the account, and it was my job to grow the business, or it is my job to grow the business. And I have to collaborate with their internal team. So I'm gonna just call the customer A. So customer A, I'm in charge of growing that business. And I have to collaborate with their buyers, their engineers, their quality department, the production floor individuals. And it's been a long road, but we're finally now have a big customer improvement review with all the big wigs involved. I'll be getting my internal team, my boss, business development, and a customer productivity consultant, and our metalworking specialist. So it'll be a lot of people on our team and a lot of people on their team, and I'm gonna be presenting. So it's like a $2 million opportunity. We have a lot of opportunities in there. They're getting new product lines, they're launching new products, they're expanding about 10,000 square feet, or they're opening up space for 10,000 square feet so they can get new lathe machines, new mill machines, and each machine is going to be worth about $5,000 of possible product that they can buy from us per month. So they already have 18 machines, so they're going to add more. So even more opportunity. There's also a fastener business that we're able to get. That's like a $200,000 opportunity. So again, that's another one. Yeah, so that's just kind of the backstory. So I'm in charge of giving this customer improvement review, kind of showing them, hey, we're giving you guys value. Here at my company, we're showing you the value in numbers, cost savings, production savings, past year spend, projected spend for 2025. What projects are you going over? What can we help you with? Here's what we offer. Let's come together. Let's grow together. So that's the backstory of the customer improvement review. Now, I'm going to tell you how I'm applying what I'm learning in class with leadership and management, and how I'm implementing that in the real world right away. So I had class, my first class of the semester on Saturday. I'm doing my master's in business at Purdue University, Fort Wayne. And my concentration is business analytics. So I have this class. The professor is amazing. When he first opens up, he talks about how children play by learning, or children learn by playing. So you're working and playing and playing and working. So you're always growing, you're always having fun. And children view learning as fun. It's not only until we get older, we get into the job market, we get into the schooling system, that we start to hate learning, because it becomes a chore. It doesn't become play anymore, it becomes work. And we begin to hate work, which means we hate learning, which means we don't learn much. He also talks about how the greatest workers or the greatest minds ever were actually the best playmakers. Think of Steve Jobs. He played a lot with technology. He created Apple. Think of Mark Zuckerberg. He played a lot on the computer in the tech industry. Created Facebook, now Meta. Now he owns Instagram, and Instagram is better than ever. And as well as many other companies like WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. It's very efficient. So they played a lot and they learned, they learned by playing. They learn by playing, and that's the key. And he talks about how when professors are giving their lecture, we should use words like, we're curious. We have to be curious creatures. And when my professor was talking about this, it really made me curious. It's like, how am I doing these customer improvement reviews? It's boring. They're not boring. The customers get a lot out of it, but I think I can do it better. So I implemented some of those slides into my PowerPoint. I got 3 slides from my school slides and put them on my work slides. And basically, in summary, the slides are going to be about how we can better help company A. We need to show them the big picture, because there's a ton of projects we have going on and it can be very overwhelming. So there's this kid, and he's on top of some trees in the jungle, and that's seeing the overview of the big picture. You have to see the big picture, but there's also right underneath a picture of people with machetes on the ground floor, on the ground of the actual jungle, right? So that's also necessary, but you don't want to get lost in the weeds. You got to always have that big picture. And that's why, my company, the company I work for, that's what we're here for. We're here to execute on the ground with you, learn with you, play with you, but also we're here to see the big picture. And that's why I'm bringing my internal team. So my internal team can show them, hey, here's the big picture of what we're trying to accomplish here. You don't have to do it all alone. The other slide that I got from it is, winning today means learning faster than the competition. So we must learn about each other's companies as quick as we can, because the more we learn, the more we can grow together. If company A learns about our products and we learn about their solutions, or if they learn about our products, we learn about their problems, we can find the solution that much quicker. And then this brings me to my third point. But none of this matters unless we actually apply this and execute day to day into the business. So if they know about our products, but they don't act on it, they're not going to have those cost savings. They're not going to have the rebates at the end of the year. They're not going to become more efficient. Okay, so that's on one hand. But if we also know about their problems and don't act on it, don't give them solutions, don't bring in metalworking specialists, don't bring in the supply chain specialists, the customer improvement specialists, we're wasting time. So then we don't get paid and they don't improve. So we must do both to close the knowing doing gap. If we close the knowing doing gap, we can grow as one. So that's kind of my review on what I have been learning in class. I've only had one class so far, and that's how I'm going to apply it to my job. I already finished the PowerPoint for my job. I give the customer improvement review on Tuesday. It is now Sunday at 9:58 p.m. So I can't wait for that. I'm excited for what's to come. I can't wait to learn more about what I'm learning in class. I'm just very excited for continue growing and learning and playing. So this is Creative Circles. I'm out.